I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It's August 9, 2022 to be recorded.
Anyone wishing to address the board? No solicitor's report. Engineer report. I talked to Kurt today. We bought that, well, we didn't, we ended up getting it from GP, but it was warranted for 18 months, and I had Kelly look it up, and the first time that it went was in February that we lost our readings, so we might be able to get them to give us, because it was guaranteed for 18 months. So we're gonna look into that.
Kurt also said he thought that maybe we ought to look into another company too. I don't know if he did or he don't, or.
Well, he didn't do that so far because, like I said, we got 18 months on this. If we can put it back to February when it first went,
Right.
that'll be the 18 months. I don't know if we'll get anything or not on it.
It's worth a shot, then if we don't get anything, if it only lasted 19, 20, whatever long, maybe we look for a different company that has a better warranty and
Right.
see what it costs us, and see if maybe, Georgia Pacific will be willing to help us, because they wanna have telemetry out there, so if we get a meter that would help them, maybe they'll cover part of the cost.
Hey, maintenance report.
Did you do the engineering report?
Well, it really wasn't an engineer report.
Okay, so I have pictures, but on Oberg Avenue, the problem behind McCluskey's place was repaired last week. Severance did it. Where it came out of Mr. Reynolds' property, come out at 4-inch, and then there was another old service line that tied in to a 6-inch lateral. And then there was some hodgepodge of, I don't know if it was a clean out, they put a cap in it, the old cut tile, and I'm pretty sure that's where the smoke was coming from. Mark separated everything, cut off the old abandoned line. He said you could tell it was bone dry, had roots, it wasn't used. So what he did there was put in a clean out in the cap so that we can access our main, and then put a clean out in Marty's line, so that that is your line, this is our line, and it's all separated. Because when Roto-Rooter went in there, we seen multiple different connections leading us to believe that it was a lateral and not a service. He dug back, I don't know, probably 30 feet, and exposed the rest of the main where it turned, come down the driveway. It all looked good. Some minimal cracking, but not enough to think that it was a big set, nothing gaping. So we put it back in when we do the smoke test on the 28th, we can check that out.
24th.
That's 24th. Okay. That that should be taken care of. I talked to him about the McClellan Avenue situation. He's going to seed that, mulch it, and make it right. Pond 1 and 2 is, they're digging it. They started today. He called me this afternoon, told me he decided to come today. They have it all excavated. I have pictures on the phone. He's hoping to put that to bed tomorrow. I'll be taken care of. They pulled out the old concrete. They got the new pipe ready to roll. It's exposed right now, and should be all done by tomorrow. Degreaser, we put that in the thing and had Hamlin do it. We'll do a pump down test, but if we want to do it again, get some ordered, and I think it would be wise to have a maintenance amount. You know, I don't know if we want to, there's bio blocks that eat grease, and then there's this degreaser that we have. Maybe we try one more time, try the pump downs, and then do it. Just is attributed to the fact that we've cut down the I&I on the east end, so it's not constantly flushing out and running so much. It's sitting in there, which is a good thing, but we need to start dissolving it or it'll only choke that off. So you want to do that. It's not increase or?
No, it
Didn't
was,
we already okay getting another?
yeah, you did, we were just waiting to see if it was effective or not before we ordered more, and if you wanted to order something different, then I just need to know what,
Well-
and how much, if you wanna do like a, cause they have different sizes, I mean, obviously you need something manageable to be able to hold.
Yeah, honestly, about if we want to, let's get 2 more jugs and do it again, because we approved that, and then we have the gantry. I was thinking, how would we get a 55-gallon drum? You said we get a cheaper price with that. We have the gantry crane. If we get one of those, there's a tool that uses to pick up a 55-gallon drum crane.
And say those things usually have like a dispenser hole in them, you can put a dispenser in them and fill up little jugs with those big.
Well, once we get
ones.
to the pump station, we get a little pump or
Yeah.
something that just drips
Yeah.
in periodically
Yeah.
throughout the day. But just getting it in there was my concern, because it's a ladder.
It's heavy, and there's no
Seven
Where are you
space.
gonna put that 55 though down there? You got them doors down there, you can't.
Well, if you put it over where that wall heater was,
Yeah.
on the backside, because that's not working anymore, we just have a little one, it would sit right there.
Okay.
And I think it'd be like a 55-gallon drum in there, just have to move the ladders and stuff.
The mountain top machine, they probably have one of them things, if not, our drill.
That was right, yeah. 'Cause
Really,
really,
more
we really, yeah, we only use it 4 times a year, would be no big deal. All right.
So I'm just gonna order the 2 7-pound pails for right now. Okay.
And then, we'll set up with Brad again for another Saturday morning when he's available, and do it again, do the pump town test. I'll get a hold of Kurt and get the calculations to see what it's doing. That's math that I'll be able to do right there and see if it did anything. Aerator,
Going back to that, are you guys gonna pay, you know?
Do you guys wanna do a motion to give Hamlin Township money for helping us out there? or-
I'll make a motion that we get a bill and we give them $250.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aerator, we dropped it off, Dick Armstrong's working on that. GP meter, Kurt and Ernie have been working at that, and we're gonna get some prices.
We're gonna see if maybe it'll be covered under warranty.
Yeah, he wants me to get a serial number. He texted me today and asked him, like, is it in on the interface or is it under the cap of the meter? And he texts back. So
It could be written in that manual too, that book that's out there, I thought I saw it on that.
Okay.
Could be.
Might be.
Generator at East End Pump Station, talked with Fleet Pride today. I'm getting all the particulars. They will come down and service it. We need a new battery, and the only thing I need to get was the air filter number. I had used Foster Wyland before on some generators in Jones Township, but they're $600 just to get here and back, and that's, I can't see it.
How about the other price of the other guys?
I haven't got it yet. They're working on it. I gotta get them a couple more things and I'll know. Manholes to the park where all Severance's around. We wanna pick 2. I mean, we've been kinda doing ones in low-lying areas. We've talked about it, we've approved it. Do we wanna have Mark do them, check 2 this
Well, I
year?
think we already made the motion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so as long as.
You
you
just
pick
gotta
out
just
with
do
Mark.
it, though.
Pick out to the,
We did them by Halsey last time, just continue towards Jewett.
yeah, you could.
Okay, because I mean, might as well just continue line, because we did the 2.
Right, that
And
way
then
we're not
work our
jumping
way-
around all over the
Work
place.
our way towards Jewett.
And then she'll mark it down on the map with.
Yeah, we're gonna
we
look
got
at
a
that and we're
map
gonna
and
come
then-
up with something to
Okay,
keep
yeah,
track of it.
okay.
Because I believe they did the 2 by the driveway, and we did the 2 up and on Halsey, so.
Did you check down, if we had a bunch of extra bolts in that, did you find out? Or
I didn't see them anywhere. Oh, let me look around the garage right there.
Cause I'm pretty sure we ordered, I know we ordered some, but I don't know what happened to them, maybe they got used to.
All right, yeah, because it doesn't make any sense, even if they're good, might as well replace them while they're dug out.
Right, yeah, but they're stainless steel, I think, and that, so.
I do believe you're right.
And actually, I think we got them out of Bradford someplace.
Yeah. This rotor jetting thing, we know, I don't know which department we talked about, but we had a problem on the lateral from the Thompson building down to the old pizza shop. Rotor jetted it, and then we cambered 90 feet down. There's a problem, which is from where the alley is between the Thompson building and the Hydock's garage. It's roughly right where you drive up where to the garage doors, and it's just, the camera goes underwater, it's a sag. There's a potential problem up by the clean out where we initially thought winter should come, and the gas company dug it out, and there's a sluice pipe that's setting on top and bending on a sewer line, but when we went through with the camera, it's not causing the obstruction's further. But, IDOC had talked about replacing sidewalk blocks and this and that, as long as he's willing to do that, this year, we could do the little section for a minimal fee, not that we had to bid or anything, and then we'd have that done with a clean out at the Thompson Building, High Docks, and then a clean out for our laterals, so we can say, no, this is your problem, no, this is your problem, no, this is our problem. And then when we decide to put out next year, if we budget it, get a price to do that 90-foot section with a clean out where it goes into the main, so that love in a perfect world to go all the way out right to the main and tie in, but when you get under Route 6 with the concrete, then you gotta blow up through the roof, so if we can make it work for now, and I think it would be behoove us, but, we had the gas company before, Winthrop doesn't have an excavator, so, get a price from Severance, get a price from somebody, and get it.
I really don't know how they're gonna give you a price until they open it up.
Yeah.
But I would think Severance has the backhoe. He has a way to get the gravel there, and he could put the new line in, he could put the storm drain, get that fixed.
Yeah. Well, if we wanna ask Severance to do it, we've done time and material before, as long as it's under the bid threshold, which is quite excessive.
I think it'd probably only be a couple thousand.
1,800, you have to get quotes.
So as long as we don't have to get quotes, he's here, he's working for us on
21,900.
3 other projects.
21.9,
21,900 you have to bid.
And then phone quotes are 11. I'll talk to him tomorrow.
Yeah, if
if
it's
that's what
over
we wanna do.
11,800 to 21,900.
You gotta get
3 telephone quotes.
Mhm.
Other than that, you can do, if it's
Yeah.
under 11,000, you can just pick whoever you want.
Do you need a motion to have him,
Probably wouldn't hurt.
I'll make a motion that we, if Severance is available, and, just have him do it and be done with everything. Now, the catch basin out in the street, John said we're gonna have to chisel that out and raise it up, and we gotta put some cement underneath it. It's too low, but that's not a big deal, cause he'll have the stuff to chisel that out.
Yeah, Mark would have that and raise it up, because you're only gonna have to raise it, go far.
Yeah, so,
There's plenty of slope, so. And as far as, that should be fine, as far as that goes, you should be fine with that. That was a state deal back in the day.
I got a second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Just the pump stations and the test results, everything's coming back good. Had any problems? Well, I will say, started weed whacking, I had the guys, I had John go down, and I've heard rumblings, and it's not worth the fight, so I had John go down and weed whack the larger banks down there at the sewer pond. The only one that hasn't been done, he did the 3 smaller ones, is the real large one between pond 3 and 2, looks pretty good. You weed whack them, I think that's an inherently unsafe area, but if you want them done, I don't see the benefit in it. The small ones I get, that big one is steep as hell, I think you're gonna get somebody rolling ankle or falling.
Well, I don't want them cut down real low like they were last year because we had erosion.
He left them up, I mean, they're that high, but it looks good, but that big middle one, I just think you're asking for a rolled ankle or somebody to fall down in, and no good way to tie up. If you want it done, fine, I'm a no on it, but I think that one once a year in the spring, burn it with the fire department there or something before you get somebody hurt, but I don't think it looks bad. Asking for opinions. If you want it done tomorrow, tell Steve and John, make it happen, but I don't see the need.
personally, I think it looks nicer done.
Looking nice is one thing, but I mean, I'm asking you guys, I've already given my opinion on it. I don't, looking nice and
You think
Being
somebody
safe.
hurt is fine.
I know it's like to do it, you just gotta be conscious about what you're doing, but the problem with that area is there's so many old little tree roots there that stick up that don't go away even with the weeding.
You can't spray it, you could plant something on it where it would maintain it, but I just, I've heard the stories where they rolled the mower over, or they fell on it, or, I don't think it's necessary. The little ones I get, but that one,
You have to use the mower.
My opinion on it is,
They were
it
tying
may
themselves
look
off
really
the mower.
nice,
they rolled
but
the
it's
damn
not
mower.
worth somebody getting hurt over. If it's not creating a problem.
Well, it
in
used to be
lawns-
such an issue that the DEP enforced us to keep it down.
Well, as I said, if it's not a problem with complying, like it's not creating problems with complying, I mean, if DEP says it has to be done, that's
2
fine.
years I worked down there, DEP wanted them beds cut down.
I mean, hey, if you want it done,
I'm
That's
not,
fine.
I'm gonna sit down
I mean, I've never, I've heard where they had it where it hung into the pond, you know, but as far as a retaining wall bank or anything, I've never heard that. But I wasn't there when you were there, if they showed up and said it needed done, or was that the case, or was that a high dog saying it needed to be done? Those are like two different things.
Did
Well,
DEP
well-
show up and say
No,
that needs to be done?
nobody ever showed up to work.
Well, they used to show up when Rod was there, John Hanna used to
Yeah, he hung
come
out
every
all the
so
time.
often and
Well,
say.
I actually, I called the group, but I talked to, Al Hoyer with DEP, and said, is there anything, he goes, as long as nothing's hanging in and getting into sewage and leaking out, it's fine. Aesthetics are great, but, you know, you know, the big bang, once a year, fine, you know, I don't think it needs to be weekly, because for a while there, those guys were doing it anytime they mowed, they went up, they did that, but of course, we were doing 25, 30 hours. So, if you guys want the big bank done, fine, I'm
Well,
instructing to do the little ones.
I'd say if you did it a couple times a year, not every weekly and that, but you know, if it gets up this high, knock it
Keep
down.
it down,
At least stop 4 feet in the bottom 4 feet.
just enough so it's not knocking you off the motor.
That's where we got to toward the end of the year, we just maintain the top 4 or 5 feet down,
Yeah,
cause there you're not.
or you're gonna have
like you
trees where
said.
it's hitting you on the motor or something, I mean, it's, keep it within reason so it's not overgrown, but,
You just
I wouldn't
plant
be
moss
using the
there.
mower on that thing anytime.
well,
Keep
they
the
were
bank
tying
on.
themselves off, they're going down, you know, you got a
Yeah, they were shimmying out the
little mower,
lawnmower.
and you got a 200-some pound guy,
Yeah.
well, at least that's the story I heard, but, I mean, I'll instruct the guys to keep them count, if you go down there, you don't like it, bring it up again, but before the end of the year, we'll have everything trimmed down, so it's not crazy, like what you said, a couple feet in. Anybody got a problem with that?
I'm good with it.
Alright, that's all.
I'll make a motion and we approve the maintenance report.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Approval of minutes?
I'll motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Approval of financial statement?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
I will approve everything except the payroll account.
That's the next one.
Same. Well, you can see the
No, it's
payroll
on
on
the-
the invoice.
It's on your financial statement.
Approval
Oh,
of,
yeah, it
What
is
he's
at the
saying
very
is
bottom, the
he's not
payroll
sick,
account,
he's
I
not
gotcha.
getting involved.
approval of invoices?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Because there is no, on this, be careful, on this invoices, there is no payroll.
On the invoice report, there is
Yeah.
payroll. You do not wanna make
It's
motions on that one.
Hamlin Bank and KD.
Yeah, Katie accountant and
Oh, okay.
Hamlin.
Well, that's
So
payroll,
just
sure,
to-
okay.
Maybe you just need to abstain from all the financial
Yeah,
stuff.
I'll abstain.
Who gave a motion?
I did.
Wait a second.
Review unpaid open invoices?
No, there's nothing.
Okay. Secretary's report?
I sent out the smoke test letters. You guys are taking care of that Fred Fitch issue on Main Street. Oh, the shut-off policy, I'm gonna start enforcing that like a lot because I send out shut-off notices and people just make a payment on Doxo or stick a little $44 check in my bank, in my thing, and then just assume that I'm gonna be okay with that, and that's not how it's worked. You either pay your payment in full or you come in and make a payment arrangement with me. If you don't make a payment arrangement, I'm going to continue a shut-off. So even if they come in and make a $44 payment, I'm continuing with shut-off because they're already so much behind. They can't just not make a payment arrangement. So from now on, I'm enforcing the shut-off policy.
And if they
I'm
miss
gonna
a-
give you my opinion on the whole shut-off
Mhm.
policy. If they go to shut-off, there are no payment arrangements.
this is what you owe, and you pay it, or you don't have service.
See, that's how it gets to when it's at the shut off.
Once it gets to shut off, they've had
They have
3
10
months
days to
pay
come in
their
here and
bill.
make a payment arrangement with me. If they don't make that
That's
payment
my
arrangement, then
opinion.
they go into shut
Once you
off.
post them for shut off, there are no payment arrangements.
I agree with you, Barb, and that there, so.
Yeah, because you don't foresee that issue, I mean, they're just gonna play games with you.
Well, that's what they do. They just make a payment
Exactly.
online or put a small
Payment
payment in the
arrangement,
box and
payment,
expect that
and
that's gonna be okay, and that's not how it goes.
My thought is, okay, we posted with the 10-day. If I gotta go post to the 3-day.
Then they're on the shut off. You aren't getting
you're on,
off. You
and
pay
then
in
gotta
full
give
or
me
you
back
don't.
those days, 'cause you're making me go out, waste her time, waste my time, waste Aqua's time. And
Well,
we
I
give
know
you,
that
we give you the courtesy.
When we worked with the water before, when I was doing the secretary stuff, that was always our policy. If you hit shut off, you paid it in full or we shut you off.
Well, we put it down to, $150 before we even post, so that gives you.
Well, three payments,
payments,
it's
so
132.
That's a quarter, you know,
Right.
we give, they have an opportunity, so it's not like we're doing this on
No.
40
And the
bucks.
whole
No.
thing is, the
And we don't
electric
even
company
have-
doesn't give you 3
Nobody
months to
gives you
pay,
that much
and
time,
the gas
no.
company doesn't give you 3 months.
Well,
to
we
pay.
don't mail it the 10-day notice. I
Right.
physically tape it to your door, so you can't say, well, I didn't get the mail or it got lost. I
Right.
taped
Yeah.
it to your thing, so, yeah.
If
I
they get
agree.
down to the 3-day notice, they're on my list and they stay on my list.
And that's what I think we
Yeah.
really need to enforce.
Yeah, that's what I'm
If
saying.
we
that I'm-
posted you for that,
Is there
we
any
need
way
it
we
in
can
full.
put that on our bills?
It is.
To change
Oh, on
your-
the bills,
change
maybe.
Change your posting to state right on it.
Yeah,
That
maybe
this
I can
needs to
set
be
it on
paid
there.
In full.
Yeah. Now my
No
posting
payment
says that.
arrangement
Yeah.
will be given at
My
this point.
posting says that. My
Okay.
10-day does not. My 3-day does, and so does my 48-hour. But like the bill itself, I can add
I
it to the
know on
bill
Wilcox
somehow.
with ours, you can-
Maybe a
it's
little,
posted,
I
you
Yeah.
think
can
you
put-
can do a little.
I can probably do like a little asterisk. If your payments are over 132, you must pay in full, or your account will be shut off. I mean, I can put something like that
Payment
on there
arrangements can be made to.
before the shut off notice.
I know that the bills down like Wilcox, they use the same system that we used to, you could put,
Oh,
like
yeah.
I don't think
The
that's
hotel.
necessary, though. Everybody in this town knows the way it's been.
Right.
Nothing's changed.
I
They're
know,
just
but
playing this game.
Yeah, Capello used to let you do that.
Well, I can do that on ours. I created it, so I can put whatever I want on it. It's just a
Yeah.
matter of room on there.
Right.
There's only
You
so
get
much
your
room.
fence
Yeah.
and figure out
Yeah.
how to get the thing across, it's like, look, it was on your bill, it's on the
Yeah,
notice,
yeah.
then there's no excuse, I mean, it's not gonna cost us anything, it's
No,
going
you're
on.
just gonna come back and say the print was so fine I couldn't read it.
That's just.
Get your cheaters out.
I'll bold it and underline it. You know,
Yeah.
make it a pretty.
Well, when
But
we
that's
post
what
it
I'm
on the
saying.
piece
Yeah.
of paper that big, tape right to their door, they'll be able to see it. They have, they'll have a few days to deal with it.
Well, and I figure I would put something on Facebook too, just to make sure everybody's aware of our policy. You know, just FYI, this is our.
It's not on
policy.
social media, it didn't happen.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Doesn't
right.
exist.
Okay,
All right, I'm done.
I'll make a motion to accept the secretary.
So,
All in favor? Aye. Okay, old business, we already talked about that.
Talk about
Maintenance pump station.
Talk about that too for the.
Yeah, the only thing you think you need to talk about on there is the solar panel renewal. Because I think everybody else was covered by
That-
Brett.
My thoughts on that was we go with option 2, where we lock it in for 3 years.
Now there's 4 options for option 2. You have option 2 once a year, twice, 3 times, or 4 times.
Once a year would be.
Yeah.
So the $11,440.
I'll motion that we go with option 2.
I'll second it.
All in favor? Aye.
Nope.
point right wrong, so I might go with it. I don't know. So
Well, I'll tell you why,
once a year
because-
is enough.
It's $11,000, if we're to get our regular mixers going, would cost us $11,000 a year for electric, then we know they,
You know the solar ones work too.
well.
You know,
do.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to fight with you about this, but I know for a fact that those solar aerators work. I also was here when they were put in.
I
And I
understand.
know that they gave them better effluent, readings than what they had before. And I just think that you got this stuff for nothing, and what you have to put in to maintain them every year is not, I don't think that that is uncalled for.
Well, it won't cost to run them anymore, the way electric
Exactly,
went up.
because the amount of electricity you save by not running electric aerators,
It cut our electric bill.
It cut our electric bill in half when we put those solar aerators in.
Rod ran
We
those
talked to
bonds.
Rod, you and I,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, I'm not trying to say that you should say no, or you should say yes. If you don't want them, you don't want them.
More aeration.
But my
can't
thing
hurt.
is, we got those for nothing, and all we have to do is maintain them. And I know for a fact that one year, we got hit by electric, it was $19,000 to fix them, and they came and fixed them, and it cost us absolutely nothing.
And that is
If
all
that should happen
covered.
again, you've paid for your maintenance agreement.
Well, I disagree, I
And that's
understand where you're
fine. You
coming
don't have
from,
to
but like I
agree.
say, I would like to see all the other aerators going, and
As a backup, yeah.
what we'd save would more than pay for the electric on it.
And that's
so.
your opinion.
Okay.
Right now, we have 2, hopefully 3 out of 8 of the shore-powered aerators going. And they are all the same age, other than this new motor, as far as the motors go, the bearings out of that one, so, of the electric motor. They've been in there probably 20 years. You know, if we had them all running, I could see maybe not doing the solar bees, but right now, if the solar bees die, we have no aeration in the ponds. It's doing the job right now, it's taking care of everything. I wasn't here when IDOT come down. John's smart, he knows the stuff when it comes to sewage, I'll give him that. Rod was too, I think more aeration is good, but it's not necessary, it can help. I remember working in the office when Rod was here, DEP made us keep those as a backup because 2011 we got them, solar wasn't exactly big anywhere, it wasn't trusted, especially in the north. They do good, they work, they keep us going right now. If we have all 8 going, I think it might be a conversation for 2 years from now when we have all these working. It's like, do we really want to put the money into these? But right now, we need them because if they go out, we're screwed. And we gotta buy a new aerator.
$8 grand.
The shaft are like 6.
Yeah, shafts anywhere from 5 to
And how
6
we doing with
thousand.
that grant? Nothing.
I can't find any
Borough hasn't
information.
heard, you know, but I
Nobody's
mean,
gonna
we need
hear.
to, with budget time, if that's the plan you wanna go for.
Right.
We got 11, we got what to take care of, but if we wanna put a couple thousand for replacing these other ones, because we got, that's whole second pond, I don't want them more. So they gotta be, we gotta put money towards it.
Now, why don't they work?
Either the impeller's gone, the motor's gone, they're not, so you turn them on, there's nothing. I haven't hauled them in, because if we brought all of them in, how we get fed? I mean, we can,
Well, why don't we bring one of them in?
but we still
And
haven't
make-
got the other one fixed.
Right,
We have
well, if
one.
you get that fixed and it works, bring another one in
See
and
what it's gonna cost, yeah.
see if we can get that fixed.
No, I have no problem
Or-
with getting these repaired, but right now, we need the 3 solars that we got. Gotta have it. So once we get that one back from Dick and it's running, we'll get the first one, that's the main concern, that's where most of your needs. And we'll start working on the other. Matter of fact, one of them, it's missing, it's gone, it's not even in there. The buoy, everything, on the second pond. There's only 3 solar mixers sitting there. There's a buoy in the weeds and there's some parts down in the shed. That's probably what that new motor's sitting in the control room for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it wasn't the right motor.
Oh, it's the same as the other one. There's 3 motors.
Oh, I didn't
Another
know
one's
that.
in there.
Is it the old style or the new style?
Yeah. It is now, just like all the others. Have a look at it, because there's a gray one and there's a gold one.
Yeah, I know the gray one was there.
Yeah, there's a gold one too. Right, well, there's motion, seconded and approved.
I got a
right?
second. I don't have anybody else besides Brian said no.
No, everybody else was agreed.
I didn't hear what Butch said. You said
Oh, you're
yes.
in agreement.
Okay. Yeah. Ernie.
Right.
Yeah.
We need to keep the solars.
Okay. All right. So we're going option 2, 1 year, once a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
We talked about pipes from 1 and 2 pond. Lusky. I guess I'd like to make an amendment to this. I won't mention the person's name, but it's been 2 years since we did it, and he's complaining that, the ground is sunk and he wants us to come back in and fix it. I talked to Rod, down at Duffy's,
I don't
Rod,
know what you're talking, I don't know where you're talking about.
down towards the east end. I don't know if I'm allowed to say his name.
Just give me a,
Across from the Legion,
Yeah.
okay?
directly.
2 years ago, we
Okay.
did that.
Yeah.
He's complaining
Oh,
now.
I know who you're talking about, and where you're talking about, okay.
I thought that Duffy agreed to come up and put some more in there.
Duffy's been up twice, because I talked to Rob, they've been up twice,
Rob,
or Rob,
yeah,
sorry.
Robbie,
And he said he was gonna check with it personally today. He didn't get back to me today, so I don't know. But I don't feel, after 2 years, it's,
the complaint come through the engineer,
yeah,
not through anybody here. You know, you talked to the individual, what, a year ago, when they
Yeah,
first showed
and
up.
then they come back and did some more.
Right, I
Has
remember
anybody
that.
else heard, did he visit you?
I don't think so.
We've catered to enough.
No, that's kinda what I think, you know.
We already fixed the frozen line, had nothing to do with us.
Okay, I have to agree with you, I think we should just, we're done. We're
Yeah.
done, whatever, yeah.
We fixed the frozen line.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
no, we didn't fix it.
Oh,
We showed up and,
Basically paid for the cost of
but we
the
paid for
person
somebody
that
to
came
come
there.
and look at it.
yeah,
Right.
come and take a peek at it, and all it was
Right.
clip it with his lawnmower.
Right.
Yeah.
We did, but he didn't take nothing. We offered.
Right, so I think you guys have done enough for that.
Well, until he
That's
makes an
my
official
opinion,
complaint
too.
here,
Right,
and really, then we can tell him, because you pay for an attorney,
I
you pay
got
for a
sent in
landscaper.
too, I'll make some topsoil front.
What's your thoughts on it, Brian?
yeah, leave it. We're done, I think, you know.
Yeah, I do too, after 2 years.
I didn't think it was that bad before, but I could see where it would dip down a little bit in that, so,
Well, according to Rob, they were back twice.
okay. Yeah, I do. Kelly, did, County National Bank get hold of you?
No.
Well, just so you guys know, the big wig from down is supposed to call CDs, we can get a CD for 18 months for 2%. But he's supposed to get with,
Kelly.
Kelly and get details on that, so,
They haven't got no call.
okay. Well, I'll find out next time I'm down there, so.
so what is your plan to, where is money coming from if you?
We got $75,000,
Okay,
and then you have, the 2 CDs, which you're only paying us about 1%. And that,
okay, you wanna take all that and put it in there?
yes,
Okay, your project back here, where you get the money
the
through?
money's already sitting here. We have about $100,000 sitting in that account right now, in the savings account, or checking account.
You got about 80. I got like 69 and
CMP
15.
savings account,
Yeah.
75,000.
Wait a minute. I know, okay, so you're gonna, but isn't that what you were gonna put in the CD, is the 75?
Not the 70 from,
That's in your savings account?
no, we're not touching that. That stays right where it's at.
Transfer the other to the 1%. No.
So are you just taking the 2 small ones, or everything?
No, we're gonna take the 2 small ones,
And the
and
55?
the no, the 55 is paying us 2.61%. We're
Okay,
gonna take the 75 that's in our savings account, and the 2 small CDs, which would be $86,000, give or take.
okay,
Yeah, you're not gonna drain the general fund.
No, we're not touching that whatsoever. That money there,
so you're not gonna have a savings account at CMB anymore, it's all gonna be in CDs?
right.
Okay.
And then we'll go ahead and start putting our $2,000 a month back in and start building it up again.
Okay, just as long as we're aware, if
Right.
something major happens, you're gonna have to break a CD.
Why have you been
Yeah,
saying
whatever
that?
the-
We've never had a
No, I'm
problem.
just wondering, because like our CDs, we don't take a penalty if we break them. Are these CDs the same?
You
way?
might lose a couple months.
Okay.
But you can also borrow against
You don't
them.
That's
lose the
kind of what I
principal.
was
Right.
wondering.
You don't lose the principal, you just lose the interest.
Right.
Yeah, a
Right.
couple
Well, as
months.
long as you're not gonna take a penalty off of it.
No. And then you can also borrow against it for 1% more than they're paying you,
Yeah.
Okay,
which most people aren't even aware of that, so. And that was told to me when we did our big one, you know, the $50,000
Well, so
one.
we have the same thing with borough CDs, we can borrow against our CDs.
if that,
we need
if
to,
that's
because we
the
go through
case,
CMP as well.
If that's the case, I don't know, because he had to call me.
Well,
whenever
once
he
he gets
gets
back.
back.
I mean, I can
Well,
call
whenever
Pliget
he gets
too.
to you, then just let everybody else know what the.
Well, that's all I'm doing. just
If you guys want me to call Pliget, I can get updated stuff on them too, because that one's where there's less penalties for them. Also, they might have a higher interest
Well,
rate, and that's through the
that's a
audit.
savings.
That's, yeah, that's
That's
a
not
savings.
CD.
But he also
And they're
said,
paying pretty good interest right now.
but he also
That's where the
said
audit
we may
company
wanna-
recommended us putting our money.
May wanna wait.
We may wanna wait, cause he said it might be going up again. If the feds raise the CD again, so instead of 2%, maybe we'll get 2.5. But I'm just letting everybody know it's coming, you know, might be able to do something where we can make some money.
When he calls, maybe we'll wait till September's meeting to move anyway.
Right, yeah.
Maybe he sits down with a couple of us bullshits, you know what I mean?
Right, he'll come up. Did he come up before?
That's
Kelly?
Mike Love.
That's who we have.
That's who we have.
I haven't met anybody.
Mike Love.
Oh, okay. Well, I
Yeah.
met with.
They haven't come up while I've been here. I mean, maybe
with
before.
somebody's CD.
Yeah.
I mean,
Cause all the
kinda-
CDs were set up before I started.
Right, so, but I'm just letting you know, we might be getting close to doing something, would be worth our time. 'Cause I think Kelly figured out we'd make, what, $1,800 a year at 2%?
Oh, yeah, when we calculated it.
Right, yeah, so, and right now, we're making a 0.25% maybe, or, so,
That makes sense.
Anything else?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
That's second.
All in favor? Aye.
Who is Allied? Oh, sorry, wait.
Allied is.
That's
Allied Systems.
Systems, yeah. They
Heating
do,
and cooling place in
Yeah.
Kane.
they do.
Your
the-
polling place and where?
Kane, right as you're going into Kane, they sit right there.
And they check your flow?
They do the off the backflow prevention test. We have to do
They
one
do
every
that.
year. And-
Backflow
Yeah,
prevention.
so they're the ones, you have to have a
Yeah, he
certified
did.
person do the
Yeah,
test for
but
Aqua.
no,
And
not
so we have to
really.
pay them to do the test and then they give us a report and we send it back to Aqua. Well, they
Nice.
send it
I don't
to
know.
Aqua for us.
They send it to who?
Maybe
They send it
God,
to Aqua
you'll
for
need to
us.
down and look at it.